Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about factors affecting enzyme action. Activity of enzyme is affected by several factors such as temperature, pH, concentration of enzyme, concentration of substrate, concentration of products, presence of activators or inhibitors. First we will see effect of temperature. Each enzyme is most active at a specific temperature which is called its optimum temperature. So each enzyme is most active at a optimum temperature. Temperature increases the total energy of the chemical system. As a result, activation energy is increased. The exact ratio by which the velocity changes at 10 degrees Celsius temperature rise is the Q10 or temperature coefficient. Q10 or temperature coefficient. It is the exact ratio by which the velocity changes at 10 degrees Celsius temperature rise. Reaction velocity almost doubles with this 10 degrees Celsius rise in many enzymes. Activity of enzyme progressively decreases when the temperature of reaction is below or above the optimum pH. Increase in temperature also causes denaturation of enzyme. The curve obtained by plotting T, temperature against enzyme activity or rate of reaction, we will get a bell-shaped curve. Most of the enzymes of human system have an optimum temperature within the range of 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. So the optimum temperature is that temperature at which activity of the enzyme is maximum. That is the effect of temperature on enzyme action. Next one is effect of pH. Effect of pH. The ratio of enzymatic reaction also depends on pH of the medium. The enzymatic activity is maximum at a particular pH which is called its optimum pH. The optimum pH of most enzymes lies in the range of 4 to 9. Optimum pH, most of the enzymes of optimum pH lies in the range of 4 to 9, but there are some exceptions. For example, pepsin. Pepsin is active at the pH of 1 to 2. Then acid phosphatase. Acid phosphatase is active in the pH range 3 to 5. Then alkaline phosphatase in the pH 9 to 10 or 9 to 11. So most of the enzymes lies in the pH of optimum pH of most of the enzymes lies in the range of 4 to 9. Then hydrogen ions in the medium may alter the ionization of active site or substrates. Ionization is a requirement for enzyme substrate complex formation. pH may influence the separation of coenzyme from holoenzyme complex. pH influences the separation of coenzyme from holoenzyme complex. At very low or high pH, the hydrogen bonds may be inactivated in the protein structure by destroying its three-dimensional structure. The optimum pH may vary from substrate to substrate for an enzyme acting on a number of substrates. This is because enzyme substrate complex formation and ionization will vary from substrate to substrate. So by plotting pH versus velocity, we will get a bell-shaped curve. This is the optimum pH. For most of the enzyme, optimum pH will be 4 to 9. Next is effect of enzyme concentration. Effect of enzyme concentration. In the beginning, velocity of the enzymatic reaction is directly proportional to the enzyme reaction. When the substrate concentration is in large excess exceeding that of Vmax, because enzyme is the limiting factor in the enzyme substrate reaction and providing more enzyme molecules enables the conversion of progressively large numbers of substrate molecules. So, Effect of enzyme concentration means in the beginning velocity of the enzymatic reaction is directly proportional to the enzyme concentration. That is effect of enzyme concentration. We will get a straight line by plotting enzyme concentration against rate of reaction or V. Next one is effect of product concentration. Products formed as a result of enzymatic reaction. By, for example, E plus S gives ES complex, then to E plus product. Products formed as a result of enzymatic reaction may accumulate. These products may accumulate and the excess of product may lower the enzymatic reaction by occupying the active site of the enzyme. Under certain conditions of high concentration of products, a reverse reaction may favor and it causes forming back the formation of substrate. That is the effect of product concentration. Next one is effect of substrate concentration. Effect of substrate concentration. For a known quantity of enzyme, the reaction is directly proportional to the substrate concentration. Reaction is directly proportional to substrate concentration. This is only up to a certain concentration. Here we can see in the initial step it is the rate of reaction is directly proportional to substrate concentration. Then this is only up to a certain concentration. After this, the increasing concentration of substrate does not further increase the velocity of reaction. So it is maximum at Vmax. So here it is half Vmax. So for a known quantity of enzyme, the reaction is directly proportional to substrate concentration. This is only up to a certain concentration. After this, the increasing concentration of substrate does not further increase the velocity of reaction. Next one is effect of activators and coenzymes. Activators and coenzymes. The activity of certain enzymes is greatly dependent on metal ion activators and coenzymes. Metals play a variety of roles, such as they help in maintaining or producing active structural conformation of the enzyme, formation of enzyme substrate complex, then making structural changes in substrate, accept or donate electrons, activating or functioning as nucleophiles, then formation of ternary complexes with enzyme or substrate. For example, superoxide dismutase and cytochrome oxidase, which contain copper ions. Then carbonic anhydrase and alcohol dehydrogenase contain zinc. Then hexokinase enolase contain manganese. Then glucose 6-phosphatase and phosphofructokinase contains magnesium. Then coenzymes may bind covalently or non-covalently to the apoenzyme. Coenzymes can be classified according to the group whose transfer they facilitate. For example, for transfer of hydrogen, NAD plus, NADP plus, FMN, FAD. This is for the transfer of hydrogen. Then for transfer of groups other than hydrogen, thiamine pyrophosphate, then pyridoxal phosphate, biotin. So these are the actions of activators and coenzymes on enzyme action. Next factor is effect of modulators and inhibitors. Effect of modulators and inhibitors. Whenever the active site is not available for the binding of substrate, enzyme activity may be reduced. The substances which stop the enzymatic reaction are called inhibitors, which stop the enzymatic reaction, and the substances which modify the enzymatic reactions are called modulators. which modify the enzymatic reaction. Presence of these substances, inhibitors or modulators, in reaction medium can adversely affect the rate of enzymatic reaction. So this is the effect of modulators and inhibitors. Next one is effect of time. Effect of time. The time required for completion of an enzyme reaction increases with the decrease in temperature from its optimum. Time required for completion of enzymatic reaction. Time increases with the decrease in optimum pH. Optimum temperature. Then however, under optimum conditions of pH and temperature, time required for enzymatic reaction will be less. So these are all the factors affecting enzyme action. This is today's topic. Thank you for watching.